What's up, YouTube? Time for coffee.
Hey guys.
I'm having coffee with Jen this morning.
I have iced coffee.
What? How do you have iced coffee? It's like 6 degrees up there. Very cool. I can't wait. I can't wait for iced coffee season.
I drink iced coffee almost every day. Where's everybody at? Good morning. Good morning. Hello. What's up, guys?
Everybody. They're coming in. Frying the beans.
How's everybody doing this morning? Nate's making a coffee.
I am.
Good
Mad
morning.
scientist.
Good morning.
Dark blend again this morning.
Hell yeah, more live stream. How you guys doing today? We're good. We're good. Howdy from Oklahoma. Hello. Great day to be sick. No way. No day's a good day to be sick.
Right?
Minion's so cute up there. Minion's chilling.
In the stream. That's right. Minion's in the stream. Minion. You're good. You're so good. You're so good. Yeah.
Texas, Missouri. Oh my gosh, I'm already losing the chat.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Good morning, Minion. There's Minion. He's right there on the counter.
He's super amped, and I don't really know why. Why are you so amped?
Welcome back to the Jen and Nate radio show.
That's right.
Colorado, Kentucky.
Jen and Nate
Jate.
radio show.
They're calling us Jate. That's funny.
That's hysterical. We should make a podcast and call it the Jate podcast.
Right? We totally could.
We could. Maybe this is just us testing to see if the podcast would be fun. Except for we have no theme.
TikTok would want to know what happened to Jenian.
Right. Well, if Minion
Good
ever
morning,
decides
Germany.
if I ever am sick or something and can't do it, Minion can just fill in for me, and then it'll be the Jenian podcast.
It's Jayton then. Oh, that's funny. Hello from Oregon, California. Yep, they totally think we could do a podcast called Jate.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Too funny. Morning from Wyoming, where the wind never stops.
Right.
Jate podcast starring Minion.
Look at that. Mad scientist dark blend.
South Africa. Ooh, that's nice. You just drinking espresso?
No, but I might have an espresso shot after I make the latte.
Slovakia says, "Why did you start streaming so frequently?" Nate has found that he likes YouTube.
I like YouTube. I've been on TikTok for forever, but YouTube feels different. I don't know, there's just something different about it. It's more fun. The chat's just a little bit slower over here.
The date with Jate.
I think the average age of folks over here is higher too. At least the people that are watching my content. It's a lot less kids. Date with Jate. I love that.
YouTube is chill. TikTok has opinions. Oh yes, TikTok has quite the opinions. Yeah, there's just a ton of experts over there. Everybody knows everything.
Yep. That's not all bad. It's cool. I'm used to it. Whatever. But this is just way more fun. I don't know why, but it is.
Saw the video where you asked Minion to stop eating his sandwich midway eating it. My dog was like that for 12 years, and now that he's older, all food is fair game. Yeah. They have senior moments too.
They do. They can hit a certain age, and it just is what it is.
Yeah. How's the cat doing, Nate?
Cat's doing good. I had both of them this morning. They were both happy and chipper and really ready for breakfast.
You're getting choppy. Minion is a boy.
I want to be choppy.
Would you ever consider selling an hour of your time for a one-on-one?
I used to do that. I don't know.
Finding an hour is the hard part.
Yeah. The problem is I'm afraid the price I would have to charge for me to decide that was worthwhile would probably be high enough that most people would be like, "Oh, he's just greedy and stuff," and I'd just rather avoid all that.
All right. The cowboy hat. So Nate sells those hats on his website at narrowwayhomestead.com under crafted items. You can totally check them out.
Yep.
Any big projects for today?
That's another rainy, gloomy day. So probably not. I might get ambitious and finish the electrical in the outhouse. I don't know. It's cold, it's windy. I do have other like minor things I can do that I really do need to do, including editing some
When's
videos.
the last When's the last time you had a haircut, Nate?
Uh, I think I went to a barber about 6 months ago and had him chop a 1/4 inch off.
He does have a garden. It's just not planted this year. He planted some garlic and we might put a couple other easier things in, but until I'm out there full time, he doesn't have time to man a garden. The neighbors have a really big garden going, though. I'm sure they'll share the fruits of their labor there.
For sure. Weather's been freezing. Yeah,
Wow,
it's
I'm way
like
behind.
42 or something out here and a bit windy and super damp and all that fun stuff. Looking out at my grass, seeing how fast it's growing because I haven't had my robot lawnmower out there cutting grass for forever, for like 5 days. Because, wet grass underneath a lawnmower, that's a disaster.
Would you consider doing Cameo featuring Minion?
Yeah, I have gotten so many requests for that. I'm probably going to do that. Maybe I'll even put it on my list for today. I have no experience with that. I don't know what it's all about, how you sign up and whatever, but I'm sure it's simple enough. We met each other on TikTok. And Spunky's good. Spunky the chick's real good. Spunky the duckling.
There's a video on Nate's YouTube about us. It's us chatting. Try to answer most of your questions. Chat's just rolling.
Yeah, it is. Ever trim the beard more than just cleaning it up? Nope. And I had bare skin when I was 18 years old. But I really didn't start trying to grow this out until like 3 years ago. I'd always kept it to about here or so. So this much is probably 3-ish years of growth. Somewhere in there. Somewhere in there. Man, that coffee hits the spot.
Nobody's smoking Marlboros. We don't smoke cigarettes. Where are you from? The U.S.? Yep, because it looks beautiful from where you're at. Yep, U.S. He's in West Virginia.
Yep. Happy with my life, or would I change anything? I think I'd have my girlfriend living here instead of living 9 hours away. That's the biggest change I would make.
That's
It's
the biggest
coming.
change I'd make too. Nate, do you ever shoot any firearms on your property? My dream is to be able to set up a backyard range.
Yeah, I do sort of have a range. I have some steel targets about 100 yards out. I have a spot I could do something at like 700 yards. It'd be really cool. I haven't prioritized setting any of that up, but yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna have something like that set up at some point. How long have I been growing my head hair? Yeah, I don't know how you phrase that. This hair, I kept it short, like a 1/4 inch short or shorter for most of my life. I think it was almost 3 years ago that it was completely short. Not quite 3 years ago. And now it's all the way down to here. It grows fast. It's not very thick, but it grows fast. I'm glad it's not thick. I'd probably be really annoyed if it was thick, actually.
Oh, you'd be so warm.
Right?
Yeah, you gotta keep it up when it's heavy like that.
Right, for sure.
She is moving in just at the end of the year. Got 6 months and 20 days, guys. 6 months and 20 days. But who's counting?
Right, yeah.
Uh,
So your TikTok about lumber in the airport, in the carport, you plan on burning the trash pieces. I hope it's not treated. Yeah, it's not treated. It was cut-offs from a sawmill, and it was essentially rejects from a local sawmill. So I got it for no cost. And yeah, there's no treatment. They literally cut the logs up and then sort through them, and the ones they pitch are the ones I get. You got things to say, Minion? No speak?
yep, he's got the bucket cat. That's the bucket cat, man.
Yeah. You got things to say? All right, well, we'll listen to Minion's opinion over here. What's your opinion?
He's very consistent with Minion. Very, very consistent with Minion. It took him years to get him trained how he is, but he works with him daily still.
I sure do. Sure do. Is that the kitty? Is that Dagger? What? What do you want?
That was weird.
Morning-ish, making coffee. Awesome. Coffee.
The Dagger?
Coffee's important. Yeah, that's totally Dagger.
I can't believe I could tell his cry different than Saber's. That's crazy.
You can. It's like you pay attention to what's going on around here. I mean, he's so well trained, he listens even when he doesn't want to. He really does. Sometimes he'll object, and I kind of I'm not overly strict. Like if he just is not feeling it, I let him object. I still make him do it anyway. But so you can voice and tell me that you don't want to do it. It's okay. Just do it for a second. I'll let you do something else.
He gives Nate looks though. He has expressions that he gives Nate. Like he'll look at him like, not today.
Yep. You sit?
Yeah, Saber is the bucket cat.
You sit. Oh, that's so
He has
good.
He has a more insistent cry, I think. Like,
Sit.
oh, poor man. Oh.
Good boy. Oh my gosh. He's a mess. Those of you that don't know,
Saber is healed.
Your YouTube, Minion was totally sick last night, and those videos will come here eventually. I just haven't gotten ported over here yet, but he's totally feeling 100% back to normal.
Oh, he's super chatty. He's got lots to say.
Oh, he's so vocal.
Can Minion ride a skateboard?
I don't know. I don't have any pavement around here for him to try. I'm sure he could ride a skateboard, though. I have no doubts. Speak. You got something to say?
Hello to you both. My deepest condolences about Echo. I always had a hard time getting attached to any chick or any small animal in general because of their high mortality rate. Thank you for your kind words.
Yep, thanks. Yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, I've hatched birds and stuff out before, but an emu is different. It really, yeah, I totally got attached. Speak.
He's doing things, but not going places, right? And that's his problem. He wants to go places.
Speak.
Another wet morning in West Virginia.
Speak. Speak all the way. Yeah.
He does have dachshund in him for sure.
Want to fight? Want to fight?
If Spunky is a boy, will we be seeing Duck Chop's recipe? Probably not.
Oh, you're so good. You're so good. All right, quiet now. Hey, quiet. Minion is a stud. That's right. Quiet now. No. Quiet. Quiet.
You should build a sled to pull behind the four-wheeler when it snows for Minion. Unfortunately, it doesn't snow enough to really need a sled.
Right, for sure. Nate, the cadence and what you speak is very relaxing, perfect for falling asleep. That's awesome. I joke around sometimes. That's how I get views on social media. Is like I put people to sleep within the first 5 seconds of my video,
Oh
and
my
then they have
gosh.
to watch the whole thing, and then it just goes through.
I should find that video of you reading Minion the bedtime story. That was so funny.
You should. You should. We should totally
I'll put
find
that
it.
over here. I'll dig
I'll
for it.
repost it.
I'll
And we
dig
can
for
put it
it
on. Yeah,
for sure.
that'd be cool.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Uh huh. It's been a minute.
It was even better when you let out the fact that it was actually a recipe book you were reading.
Right. Right. Sure was. Minion might be stealing my thunder. Minion gets all the glory and all the thunder.
Minion's a male. He's a boy.
He's a good boy.
These people make me smile. Minion is the best. Awesome.
Awesome. I'm gonna run and grab one of my little espresso glasses. I'm gonna have a shot of espresso.
All right.
I'm gonna put it in a fancy glass though.
That coffee's tasting so good, you gotta have more, huh?
Yes, it is.
An Arrowway Homestead ASMR episode 1. Nate reads a recipe book. Exactly. Yep. He actually made it into a story, but it was hysterical when we realized it was a recipe book he was actually had in his hand. Can you give me a shout out for Outdoor Bros on YouTube? Hello. Minion's bedtime story is needed. All right, I'll dig for it, guys. It's back there a ways. It was well over a year ago. Sending love from Seattle. Hello, Seattle. I love snakes. What about you? Yeah, I'm not crazy about snakes. I don't freak out about them, but if I was to see a snake, I would most definitely be like, yo, Nate, come take care of this.
Look at them, aren't they cute?
Look at that.
They're on the
Perfect double
website
wall
too, guys,
glasses.
along with these. But the double wall keeps your hand cool and the coffee hot.
Minion was not neutered. Nate and I both feel it's healthier for your pets if you don't fix them, and then you're just responsible pet owners.
Yep. I always said that chopping off body parts is not a good way to cover up your inability to train animals.
What's Minion's favorite thing to do? Eat and go places, do things.
Yep.
He
Probably
loves to eat, though.
probably ride the four-wheeler. That's probably it.
Minion is all natural. Yes, he does. Does Nate eat ducks? If so, how often does he cull them? So, you guys have totally eaten the Muscovies before, but it's been a long time. Super chat. You guys are great. Much love. Thank you, Mini Bike Riding.
Wow, thanks. What was that?
Muscovies are red
$20
meat
super
ducks.
chat. Very kind.
So you can use the Muscovy meat in any red meat recipe, but it's not something that we do often.
No.
In fact, I've never had Muscovy.
I don't have a big flock, so I'm not willing to give up any of my birds right now. Got to grow it bigger, which I'm working on.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
They're coming. It's going to be noisy in that coop in a few days, I'm sure.
For sure.
My concern with spay or neuter is the loss of genetic diversity in the species over time. That too. Yep, for sure. Too. I have 2 American Cocker Spaniels. They're both the same breed. They come from 2 different bloodlines, and one I can tell was totally overbred. And the other one is not at all, and they're totally different. Just even as far as keeping them at a healthy weight, just the way they eat, you can tell they're totally different. Minion, hey fuzzy butt. We do not have a podcast yet. We were just talking about that.
We were. He's a good man. He's so good.
Do the cats bring gifts? Have the cats ever brought you anything, or do they just eat it?
No, they keep it to themselves. Oh man, that turned out so good. Of course, when I'm not actually filming a real video, I get like the most beautiful.
Like, it's beautiful, beautiful.
That is gorgeous. Look
I
at
would
that.
definitely listen to a podcast. That's awesome.
That's so cool.
Nate, your channel came across the recommended for you part of YouTube, and I fell in love with your channel after 5 seconds of watching your videos. That's awesome.
That is awesome. That's really cool.
Oh, I call cats fuzzy butts. That's funny.
I had
Can
time
you
to
hear me? Say hi if you can hear me. I think you're having a problem typing in chat. Your relationship with Saber is admirable. I had a similar relationship with my cat Oscar. Unfortunately, my all-black furry angel passed away last year. Oh, sorry to hear about that. Nate has that relationship with all his animals. He trained them that way when they were really little, so they would trust him, so he could help them if he needed to.
Yep, I did. That was the whole point, is if they get injured or something, that I can actually
This shot looks amazing.
do it. Is it espresso? Yes, this is an espresso shot. It's actually 2 espresso shots. The double espresso.
You gotta let them know how it is after you drink it.
Yep, I wait a bit. I let it cool off. Some people say espresso shots die after like 30 seconds or a minute, but you actually have to let it go and let the flavors develop. In a fancy coffee snob world talk, but
Hey Nate, I saw a video about how you can deep clean your espresso maker. You just put a tablet in it and run water through it. Yeah, they make those.
yep.
It
Somewhere I have a tablet, and I also
decalcifying tablets.
yeah.
I
Yep.
binged all your videos in one day. I saw you once or twice on my FYP. Then the vid about knocking on doors in West Virginia was the one that got me to sub.
That's awesome. Magnificent hair to both of you.
Hi,
Thank
Dave.
you.
Bye, Dave. Stay cool. Oh, it's cool. That's for sure.
Right.
What do you think about another channel, but in Spanish? Your monetization times 2.
Yeah, if I find somebody that could do the translation, I'd be open to such a thing. I think I had somebody offer one time to split monetization with me if they did all that.
Yes, he
ma'am.
does edit all his own videos.
There's my coffee grounds in an almost perfect puck. Actually, it is pretty perfect. I just messed up the edge. I once I once gave this to a friend, like I was making coffee, and I told it was steaming and everything, and I'm like, would you like to try my coffee cake?" And everybody was telling her, "Don't eat the cake, don't eat the cake." And she like was
Did she
gullible.
really eat it?
She just took a little, yeah. She took a bite out of it, and then she was just spitting and sputtering. It was the funniest
Oh
thing.
my gosh.
I was
I can't
dying.
believe you would do that to somebody.
I did.
Do you ever want to just bite it?
No, but I do like to make other people bite it because it's funny.
Hey, I speak French. I'll translate for you.
There we go.
I rescued him, an abandoned kitten bloated from worms and infected his eyes. That was very first night. He was so comfortable with me, and he was getting under my blankets and up the back of my shirt. Aw. I
Oh,
love rescue stories. Animal rescues are awesome. Sell
totally.
coffee fertilizer and do something completely organic.
So what?
Coffee fertilizer.
Coffee fertilizer. I could bag it all up, mix it with some
People
other
who are
stuff, and
looking for
sell it.
acidic fertilizers for like their hydrangeas and stuff would probably love that.
Right.
Do you do something with your coffee grounds or you just throw it away? He just throws them out in the yard.
Yep, it's good for the soil. I'm all about improving the soil everywhere, so I just throw it wherever. That turned out really good. It's really, really just how it should be.
Hun- Hunter said, the only language I speak is nonsense. And that's about all I understand.
Oh, that's funny.
What is the female's name? I am Jen. I'm Nate's girlfriend.
Yep. Coffee is great in
Ooh,
compost.
yeah, good for
Yep.
blueberries too. Yep.
Coffee lawn must
I'm
smell amazing. Uh,
I'm imagining a bear enjoying a good coffee cake and going around the woods being hyper, right?
that sounds radical. Totally
Uh,
radical.
did you ever step on one? Oh, they're all over the ground. They get
Yep.
stepped on all over. Yep.
They eventually break
Especially
down.
in the winter when he's just throwing them out the door of the camper, they're just like all there. Yep, they'll go down into the soil.
Right.
I do have a YouTube channel. It's underscore just underscore Jen. Or if you look it up by the @ it's Jen and Nate, JENN and Nate.
Time to mow the lawn. I just like watching this thing. It cracks me
I'm in southeast Wisconsin. Coffee snow, sign me up, right?
up.
So I grew up in Montana, and in Montana, when sometimes they have train derailments, or they'll have cars of corn that just like overflow or spill for whatever reason, and corn ferments, and the bears, and this is up by Glacier, but the bears and the deer and squirrels and everything get into that fermented corn, and then they have drunk bears,
No,
drunk
no,
deer.
it's not. It's not. I think you can remote control it. I never could connect the app to it. It just runs around in random patterns and does its own thing. I don't have to monitor it or babysit it. It's got a guide wire at the edges, so it knows where to stop.
Robot lawnmower, yep.
It,
Roomba.
everything you see here is all being mowed by it. But it's pretty tall. It's been rainy, starting to go to seed and stuff. So I got to keep it on top of it all. Otherwise,
Wild
it get
Roomba.
bogged down. Probably should swap the blades in it too. And the ducks love following this thing because it kicks up bugs and stuff. So they'll often go where
Ah,
it's
that would be
smelling,
hysterical.
eat
Dante
it
said
up.
Dante says put googly eyes on it. That would be funny.
Oh, it would.
I should see
It
if I
would.
can get some big ones from the craft store, like big googly eyes. That would be
Right.
hysterical.
I thought about trying to mount my one of these phone holders and putting a phone on it and make it like be back from it far enough and just like put it on live and then people would literally be able to watch my lawnmower just running around cutting the grass. I don't know if people would find it fun, but maybe one time they would.
Does it work good on your terrain?
It does actually, and I'm shocked. I I waited a month before I even made a single video about it because I'm like, if this thing's junk, I don't want to tell people it's awesome and then find out it's just not working. So I waited till I had it for a month of use before I said, okay, now I can say that this thing it does stuff.
Yeah, put big eyes on it and one of the little mini narrowway Homestead hats. That would be hysterical.
Oh my
You see
god.
one that does small weeds.
12-hour mower stream. That would be cool.
You don't see it mowing the grass very evenly. Oh, it's totally
It's
working.
it hasn't been out for a few days and like grass grows kind of unevenly, particularly as many weeds and stuff as I have here. So yeah. It does good, but it just once if it's been mowing for like 2 straight days and it's gotten to hit every spot on the lawn looks gorgeous. Right now it's kind of meh, but it's been raining for a week. But I can set it to cut when it's raining too. Mess it up with the
In New
slider.
Hampshire, they have deer that eat fermented apples and talk about messed up. Yep, it's funny. It's crazy. I remember when those things would hit the news in Montana and the bears would be drunk and yeah. Ah, somebody's working on a Minion nightlight. Sweet.
Oh, cool. Minion. Minion nightlight. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Are you amped? Are you amped today? Are you
Nate
amped?
and I don't watch TV. I haven't had my TV on since November of 21, other than to listen to like YouTube music or listen to YouTube and have the videos going, but we don't
No.
watch TV. Have you
Nope.
seen a drunk moose? No,
No.
but that would be scary
No.
because moose
Do
is
not tear your
so
bed up.
big.
No. Hey. Good boy.
Surprised he didn't throw it
Don't
off
tear
the
it up.
counter.
He probably is. You're fine right there. It's nice and soft and warm, and you gotta stay. No. No.
I
Do
live in
not tear it apart.
Indiana, but born in Virginia, so we have to have a playful rivalry, Mr. West Virginia.
What's that? I missed it.
I live in Indiana, but was born in Virginia, so we have to have a playful rivalry, Mr. West Virginia.
Oh, there we go.
You're awesome, Nate. Thanks for getting me through work every day.
You're
Awesome.
welcome. Oh, and I got to point out I have a TV too. I just don't use it. But it's just the idea of a TV in my outdoor kitchen. I just thought the idea was cool. I got some old used TV that somebody was going to throw out. It works.
Minions noises crack me up. Yeah, me too. Me too. He's so
I
funny.
finally figured out what he's whining about. He wants to tear his bed up. He wants to play with it and rip it to pieces. And he also knows he's not allowed to
Virginian
do
here, born and raised.
that. He whines and fusses.
Did you eat the flat part of the wall?
What?
Somebody gave their dog says, bathed my dog earlier this morning and she left the bathroom tile just to leave a present for me on the carpet. And then she ate the wall. Not on the corner, but the flat
Oh.
part.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
That's some anxiety there.
Right? What's the wildest thing I found Minion doing? Uh, probably like there's like a backstory to it, but he used to not be that well house trained at all, and he was running through the house, and white beads were bouncing on the floor after him, just scattering everywhere, like the beads you would find in like a Beanie Baby or something. Well, turns out he ate a Beanie Baby, and like then it wasn't going well with his digestion, and he couldn't hold it, and so he was like having to use the restroom, and then like it like fell on the ground and scared him with all the like clattering of the beads, and he just started running, and he was spraying these Beanie Baby beads all over the place as he's running, and he ran past me, and my mind could not process what was happening. I'm like, what is going on? Like I just like the sound, they were scattering, he was just running kind of half scared, and I could not mentally process what was happening. It made no sense. It was so funny. I just
Oh my God.
I
That
just
dog gets
couldn't.
himself in all kinds of shit.
Oh my gosh, he is a he is a mess.
My dog ate a Rubik's Cube and shit out rainbows.
Feed the dog so it doesn't hunger for Beanie Baby. He has eaten
The men
3 pounds of food in one sitting one time. He wasn't supposed to, but he will eat and eat and eat and eat.
they said, Minion's looking at you like, please, Dad, don't tell that story.
Right? Totally. Hey, you did it. You weren't supposed to eat Beanie Babies. Or stuffed toys or whatever it was. Full of beads. There's a good question. It's all kinds of questions. Forgive me if this is too personal. How do you two maintain a relationship when you live multiple states away? Does Jen plan on moving closer to you? And how did you two meet?
All kinds of questions there.
All kinds of questions. Well, we met on TikTok. And wait, what was the last one? I'm answering the short ones quick. She does plan to move closer. End of the year. And how do we maintain the relationship? We're just constantly like, she works for my business and, selling coffee, beard oils, beard care products, all that stuff. And we're just constantly on the phone all the time. We had to get off the phone so we could do this YouTube live. And I'm sure when we're done, we're going to call each other back and we talk about business, personal, whatever. We're just as in touch as we can be. But she doesn't have to hang up and go to a job. She used to for a bit, but
Super chat. Starting Minions Treat Fund.
thanks, mini bike riding. Awesome. Appreciate that. I'll help Minion out with the treats. Yeah, I'm gonna help him out with treats. YouTube's helping you with treats. Yep, you're gonna get fancy treats.
Do you sell his products at Strawberry Fest? So nope, all of his products are sold online on his website.
They are. We order stuff from you. We actually order from Jen. She definitely handles the website stuff and all, so that might be accurate. She's helped with product testing of like the oil diffusers, the reed diffusers that are on the website. She helped a ton with that, picking out reeds and stuff, and they all have the same scents as all my beard care products. When she can't be with me, she's totally got one that smells like her favorite scent of my beard oil.
Yep, I should go grab it and show you.
That way she's reminded of me when I'm not able to be with her. What project are you most proud of? It might be the outdoor kitchen or the solar array. One of those two. That's it.
So this is the vessel. This is the vessel and reed that the room diffuser oils come in. The reed is really cool. It's like a fiber reed instead of wood, so it absorbs a lot better. You get a lot better smell from it. But they're super nice, and then you can flip it over and kind of give yourself a boost of scent. But this is the off-grid evening. This is my absolute favorite. Totally reminds me of Nate.
Yep. We've got a race going on. I think I'm picking the coffee scent beard oil as the one I'm really behind. Jen keeps track of all the sales, and we like to see what month is the top selling beard oil. And what was last month? Was it Minion Sweet Blend or Sweet Blend? Minion Secret Formula?
It was Minion Secret Formula, yeah. And my off-grid evening was in the race, like in the lead for quite a while. And then those last couple days, it just like plummeted. I don't even know where we are right now. I gotta look.
Yep, Minions.
So yeah,
and then I came out
as
with
I got into taking over the website, I was like,
and the unscented's going really well too, which is cool. I knew a lot of folks would like the unscented one.
It's coffee scented beard oil. So Minion's Secret Formula is totally in the lead again.
Minion, you're winning.
Yeah, and followed by Off-Grid Evening. So yep, I'm getting there. It's coming up again. It's getting there. We're early in the month, though.
We're early in the month. Don't ship to Canada yet. That is the first country we're planning to add. We're working through stuff.
I have a couple things I have to clear up first, and then that is my main goal.
Beard oil scented coffee.
Right?
Yeah, unscented. Yeah, people are afraid of how strong scents are, and I need to make a video and tell folks, like, because I have an unscented and I have scented now, you can totally buy both, and you could actually mix half unscented and half scented if you wanted to, like, change how strong it was. You could totally do that. Like, I could totally see people, because people ask, they're just like afraid, like, how strong is the scent? And it's like, you could grab an unscented and blend it, and you could actually control how strong your fragrance was. If you bought it and you're like, it's just not It's just too strong for me, which it's really not strong. It's pretty light, but
They're very mildly scented and nice scents. They're very nice. So the off-grid evening is totally the cherry tobacco, right?
yeah, it
But
is.
it doesn't, I don't know. I think when people think of tobacco, they probably think of like a smoke
Yeah,
smell, but it's like
it's
pre-burnt. It's
yeah,
fresh, and
it's a
I
very
could sit
sweet,
here and smell this all day, you guys. It's
very sweet scent.
so nice.
Some people probably think
Super,
it smells
super.
like old cigarettes or something, but no, it's good salesman buy two, and you can get them not as strong. That's right. That's right.
Oh,
Just buy the scented one because you'll probably be happy with it. But if you're not, if it's just too strong for you, then you can return and buy the other one, so you don't end up getting carried away right away. Thought of making a hair
we did-
gel. Hair oils are on the list. Man, no ripping the bed apart. No, 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 no. Put your head down.
So we just braided Nate's beard a couple weeks ago. There's totally a pretty recent video out there.
Leave it. You may not. I know you want to tear it apart. You may not. It's your bed. You destroy it, you won't have one. Hello again from Iceland. Tried
So
something
Nate's
weird.
oils all have the same base. There's no different. The oils are the same
Yeah.
base oils. The only thing different is the essential oils that you use for scenting. So his would totally mix fine.
Yep.
There's no chemicals to interact with each other at all.
It's my product, and I totally know exactly how it's made, and I've made it myself, and I know what's in it, and it would totally be fine to mix. Made with Liberty spikes, that would be crazy. That would be crazy.
What is the base? It's an almond oil and what else? Coconut, cocoa butter?
Sunflower. Sunflower oil.
Oh, sunflower oil. That's what it was.
Yeah, here's the top seller. It's Minion Secret Formula. You can't read it because it's backwards, but sunflower oil, sweet almond oil, and then dog safe essential oils, cedar, frankincense, and sandalwood. It's not made for putting on dogs, but if I was going to make a beard oil themed after Minion, and most essential oils are toxic to dogs, I wanted to be absolutely certain it was safe for them.
They are. Ingredients are totally listed online.
He actually likes the scent of it. It cracks me up. I mean, he doesn't want me to like lather him in it or anything, but he sniffs it every time. He's like, "Oh, what's that? What's that?
Mm-hmm.
That's your beard oil. It's your very own secret formula, Minion."
Your very own Minion, your very own.
And my labels are all wrinkly because these have been out here in the humid area. But that's Off Grid Evening, which is the cherry tobacco one. It's Jen's favorite. And then I've got the fresh roast coffee. And I don't know if you guys can see, most of the bottles actually have a bean or two of my roasted coffee floating around in
Floaters.
there. Floaters. I wouldn't recommend drinking it or eating it or anything. It's just there for aesthetic and adding something to it. Go. Reviews from people with ethnic hairs. I've gotten a lot of reviews. All of them have been positive, but nobody's told me their ethnicity. I don't know for sure. I've sold enough of it that I can imagine there's people have bought it with from all kinds of different races and backgrounds and hair types and everything, and I have not received a single negative review. And I think I sold over 1,000 beard oils last year, well over 1,000. I think it was like 1,400. Um, that was my first year selling too. All the feedback I got was positive. which shocks me. I should have gotten at least a couple negative, I would have thought, but
After the house build, what other plans do you have for the other 100 acres, or do you plan to keep it wild?
I plan to keep most of it wild. I moved out into the woods to enjoy the woods, and so for the most part, I mean, I may do like some more permaculture stuff. I may plant native plants to this area, but I want to keep it, very, very natural. I might do some animals in one of the fields. Um, whether I do like cattle or emu, I'm not really sure, but Private Panzer with a super chat. Always wanted to start my own homestead. Any tips or advice on how to get the land? Anything else? So you really have to have your game plan. What do you want your homestead to be like? You've probably already got ideas. Like, do you want cattle? Do you want to grow, a massive garden? Do you want to do mostly foraging, which is actually the way I like to do it? There's so many different ways. Do you want to hunt more than you want to grow? So like your location is and where you choose to homestead, your ideal spot is going to be based on your style. If you like to hunt more than you like to grow, then Alaska's great because you can hunt and you can store the meat easily because it's cold all the time and growing up there is not that great. It's a short growing season. But as far as looking for land, just look everywhere. Be very ambitious. Check everything. All the realtor sites. Talk to people that live in these areas. Say, hey, is there land up for sale? Just invest the time, and yeah, something will come through. I did that for months, just 100% searching for land, and all of a sudden this place came up, and I knew it was what I wanted the moment I stepped foot on the property, and that was it. Show the dog. Dog's hanging out there. Budget's very, very so much too. Yeah, budgets are a major deal. You gotta know what you have to spend, and that for me, I didn't have that much to spend, so I chose an area of the country that is very, very cheap land. Man's becoming famous here in New Hampshire. Everyone I share with loves him. That's awesome. Where did I move from? Pennsylvania, York County, Pennsylvania. Minion is pug, dachshund, and a little bit of Chihuahua in him. 100 plus acres in California, we go for like 2.5 million. Yeah, and I gave 107,000 for 102 acres here. Yeah, it's almost 1,000 an acre. Very, very reasonable compared to where I came from. I could have gotten like 2 acres, and then my taxes would have been like $4,000 a year. And now my taxes are less than $700 a year for all of this, including the structures I built. Once I build a house, it'll go up a little bit, but probably not more than $150, $200 a year. Meaning is 9. It's a 9-year-old doggy. Middle-aged. You're middle-aged, man. You're still acting totally like a puppy, though. That's awesome. 1,000 an acre is great. Totally. And I was only looking for 20 or 30 acres. 100 acres was just not what I envisioned needing. And every time I looked for stuff that was like 20 or 30 acres, it was $2,000 to $3,000 an acre. And then the 100 acres was like $1,000 an acre. And I was like, it's really not that much more to have way more land than a smaller plot that I thought was enough. It's like, nobody ever regrets having too much land. If you have too much land, you can always sell it, right? Minion balance on anything. It seems like it. He's very, very good at balancing. His balance is phenomenal. Him being on that robot lawnmower was a real trick because it's a slippery surface and that thing's moving over terrain and he's not the one controlling it. So I need to put little rubber pads on there so he can stay on it. My homestead zone for one. I'm outside the city limits, and in this county, there's hardly any regulation on land outside the city limits. So I can split it any way I want. I can I can divide it. It's actually already divided into 4 or 5 parcels already. It's actually I've actually got like they call it a cul-de-sac. I've actually got a cul-de-sac and a right of way deeded into the other side if I wanted to split the land up into the 20-acre plots that it's already divided into. There's already a right of way with access and everything already deeded in. Somebody some at some point had wild ideas and never executed on it and just sold the whole thing. But
Somebody asked, how are the ticks and how do you deal with them?
well, for the pets, they all have flea and tick collars. For me, I just pick them off of me. I keep the grass short. That maybe helps. I don't know. I don't think it does. I haven't kept it short other years, and keeping it short this year doesn't seem to have made a difference at all. I just deal with them and make sure I don't have ticks attaching to me. I get one or two that attach to me every year typically, but I get them off pretty quick. I notice them pretty quick. Thing's definitely cutting grass. Everywhere it goes, it's hitting stuff. It just hasn't had the time
Why
to get
does
out there.
everyone want y'all to grow marijuana at least every day? Somebody's been asking if it's legal. That on all platforms, it doesn't matter. Somebody brings it up. And no, it's not legal in West Virginia, so it won't happen.
You know, I'm partial to West Virginia after you're more established. I am pretty partial here, and it's the
It's
people.
not.
The people are awesome here, and it's a really a huge factor. Not everybody's great, but all my surrounding neighbors are amazing. Um, and the people that aren't that awesome are still like quite friendly. Like it's totally different than where I came from. Even my friends would have been less friendly than the people that aren't my friends here. Like they'll help you do anything if you need it. The culture's awesome. Minion naturally smart. It was tough to train him. He was very difficult to train. Very difficult. He has come such a long ways. I'm so proud of how far he's come.
Minion's right there on the counter, guys.
Curled up in a ball. Yes, I will try to build my own house here. Definitely.
I'm so late. I never got my notification. Oh no.
Oh man.
He does plan to build the home. Probably starting next year, hopefully. And the lawnmower is totally an outdoor Roomba.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. That is it.
I'm from Chicagoland, so the concept of friendly is foreign. Hey, I hear you.
Yep. And from where I came from, like I had neighbors. I lived on a tenth of an acre in town, and I had neighbors for probably close to 10 years because I lived there 10 years. I waved to them maybe a total of 3 times the entire time I lived there, and that was just normal. Like I wasn't being a snob; they weren't being a snob. That was just the typical. If you have a problem, you pick up the phone and call professional services that deal with whatever the issue is. Neighbors helping neighbors was not a thing. And I kind of, fell into the same culture. And when I got out here, I'm like, man, like I need to quit being so stinking snobby and be friendly like everybody else around here. And it's really worked out. But it's just where I was from, and that was the culture of the area. If you see somebody in the store, instead of waving and saying hi or making eye contact, you put your head down so you don't have to interact with them. And I didn't do that. That bugged me. I would say hi to people anyway. If I'd walk past people in the store, say hi, how are you, or something, I would keep walking and I wouldn't look back at them unless they responded to me, because it was very uncommon for somebody to also respond and just have chit chat or a small conversation. So I just had this way of saying it and continuing, making it not awkward, so that they knew they didn't have to engage in conversation. I was just friendly and let it go. But that's bizarre. In this area, that would be crazy. Found out Echo passed. So sorry, I can't imagine what I'd do if my emu chick passed. Yeah, it's not an awesome thing at all. Those birds are so easy to get attached to. So easy to get attached to. It's like social anxiety from not wanting to interact sometimes because people are having a real bad day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when everybody in the state is acting that way.
Yep.
We are not the same age.
They're not.
I'm late. Who is this lady? Because I've got a big crush on you. Well, I'm his girlfriend, but I'd have a crush on him too if I were you.
Oh, man. Yep, you can have a crush, but I'm totally taken.
He's taken for life. Nobody
Yep.
else gets chances.
Yep. I wouldn't have it any other way. Any ideas for my home? I do. I've got so many that I can't. They're not even all compatible with each other. So I've got to narrow it all down and come up with a consistent plan. I just haven't thought about it enough to do that. Oh, Minion's just chilling, sleeping.
We are long distance. But we're the closest long distance couple you could ever find.
Yep. Land was 107,000. What was the cost of the camper? The camper cost me. I did all the work myself. The camper cost me 2,500 with everything. The solar was 10 grand. The rainwater collection tank was, and all the plumbing was like 2 grand. The storage building that I put up was 7. The driveway was 10. Outdoor kitchen was reclaimed materials. Everything else was just free or cheap stuff. And, sweat equity.
All the good ones are taken. Happy for you guys. Thank you.
Thanks.
Somebody else said, accept him as your brother or move on.
Right. Minion. Yep, Minion's here. Hanging out. Just
Minion is the
chilling.
brown blob on the counter. That's funny.
Right. Man. Hi. Who's a good boy?
How long you been growing your beard? This is a daily question.
It is a daily question. Um, yeah, I've been growing it out for 3 years. I've been growing the beard for 7, if that makes sense. Hey, bearded man, I have $5. Would you give me a chance to date you? No, nope. That's
He's
the only
taken.
person I want to date, right there.
Mm.
You see Minion chase any wild animals? He loves to chase deer, but they're faster than him. But mice and small critters like that, yeah, he'll tear them up. He'll tear them up.
10 V-bucks at least. Come on, man.
Man, I'm only worth $10. Man, yeah, I think Jen places more value on me than all that. So I think I'm gonna stick with Jen. Any special treatment for my beard? Yeah. I used to not believe in beard care products, but yeah, I tried some. I really liked it, and I came up with my own line of beard oils, beard butters, a beard brush, all that stuff. Like it made my beard softer, nicer, more manageable. Like it's just it would actually look better if I didn't have all this crazy hair making it look like the beard's scattered around. But I like my hair, so it's staying too. But yeah.
Greetings from Germany. Thank you for your videos. I really enjoy watching what you two get up to. Awesome.
Thanks.
These two are soulmates. Let's not break up a happy family. I get vicious. Please chill.
That's great.
Ain't nothing. Nobody's coming between us.
No,
It won't
with
happen.
as out there as I am, like there's definitely lots of interest, but I have no interest. I'm only with Jen, and Jen's totally drop dead gorgeous, so lots of people are interested in her too. But we're both just committed to each other.
Yep.
Yeah. Focus on the
And
part
when
where I said
anybody
Jen's
else.
drop dead gorgeous, because she is. Inside and out.
Oh, baby.
love bragging you up.
YouTube recommended some of your shorts today, taking care of the cat and cooking for Minion. Love you, bro. I'll subscribe. Like your personality too. Awesome.
Awesome, thanks. Yeah, so around 150K total. That's about right. Yep. And you can do it for way less if you just don't have as big of infrastructure things and don't buy as much land as I do. But for what I ended up with, yeah, that's about accurate.
Baby, they say they need Minion merch.
Hey, Minion merch. Well, go to NorwayHomestead.com and buy a Minion shirt or pick
A
up
mug.
one of these newly redesigned mugs. If I can find one, I'll show you. This it. Minion on it. Says that's good. And the name of the homestead on the back. Minion merch does exist. I don't go crazy with pushing it. I just, if somebody asks, I tell them it's there if you want it. It exists. There's a shirt that says the dog, the myth, the legend on it, and has Minion on it. Super cool. Here we go with the rain again. Minion plushie. Yeah, I need to find out what's up with that. I'm in process of trying to get some, but
Working on something.
I'm working on something. Need that
Unfortunately, I'm from New England, the rudest part of the nation. I have never fit in here. I'm poor with no money. It's rough here. That's too bad.
Yeah, that stinks. You're very humble, and after this live, I'm grabbing a mug. Well, thank you. I appreciate
By
it.
chance is Minion single? This little cutie laying next to me over here would say no.
Yep. Yep.
Minion always steals the show.
Minion does steal the show, and that's totally awesome because he can have all the fame and stuff. That works for me.
Is that the mower we hear?
That's rain.
Oh, it is raining. Okay. It
It's
just
raining.
sounds so off and on. It doesn't sound consistent, so I didn't think it was rain.
It's totally off and on. It's very, yeah.
You'd
Totally
fight that
off.
cutie for Minion? We totally have a video of Minion giving her a ring. It was hysterical.
Yep.
I have an American Cocker Spaniel. Her name is Charlo. That's a different hat, not the same hat. Same hat, but different hat.
Yeah, I sell these hats on the website too, and I kept one because my original one is 8 years old, like, and it's been out in the weather all the time, and the band actually finally deteriorated off of it, which is why the barbed wire went on instead. But it's curing, drying. That glue takes forever, and I did it in 2 steps. Can we see Charlo? They want to see the puppy.
Come here, Lo. Hey, come here. Come here a second. They want to see you. You're always picking me up when I'm sleeping.
She's a gorgeous dog. Look at her.
She's got sleepies in her eyes, though.
How did 2 mutts like us
What's
end
wrong,
up with
everybody?
2 gorgeous girls like you over there? That's so cool.
Oh, look at that. Buy Minion a snack. What's that?
Thanks for the super chat. I will buy Minion and chat. I just said, how did 2 mutts like me and Minion get so lucky to meet you 2 gorgeous girls?
No, we're the lucky ones, remember? I'm so glad I came out and found you.
I am too. That was really, really cool. Minion should compete in a dog show. He'd blow out the competition. Yeah, but he's not trained according to like all the rules with the right commands for the right actions, and there's so much formality and like specifics, and I just trained him to be a good minion. I love your love.
Sweet. She's funny because she's solid black, except for right here. Right here.
Oh, little muzzle. When am I going to start building my house? I hope to start next year. It's a really ambitious goal with everything else I have going on, but I like ambitious goals. Without ambitious goals, I never do anything.
I groom her myself. I typically keep the legs long and keep a skirt on her, the typical cocker skirt. But when we get out to West Virginia by Nate, I'm just gonna keep her short. She's totally from a show line, so she's got beautiful, beautiful hair and can be groomed so nice. But being out by Nate, I'm just gonna have to keep her cut short.
You
But
bearded man, where'd you get that hat from? Narrowwayhomestead.com. And if you look, it's even got the faintest of brands right on it. I made it faint on purpose. So it's like there, but it's not like in your face. I branded every single one of them myself right here in the homestead with my brand and my wood stove. There's not that many left on there, but there's a few.
how big are you thinking the house will be? Or will you start off small and keep adding?
I'm probably going to start off with 1,200 square feet. I will build it in such a way that if I want to do an addition in the future, I can. I won't. I'm not going to necessarily plan for it, but if I would want to, I kind of like the idea of putting like a big giant, almost whole building style room behind it, and then like if I had a bunch of friends over, keep it closed off, and then you just open it up and have a
Like
wood
a
stove.
four season room?
Yeah, something like that. That would just be kind of cool, but like generally, like I wouldn't live in it or exist in it. Everyone's sending treats for
Oh,
Minion. There's one for Charlo. That's awesome.
aw, thank
Thanks.
you. Look, Char, you got treats. Look, can you
Yep.
say thank you? Say thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Say thanks. Say hi.
YouTube and TikTok helping pay for house construction because my bills are so low. Like any way I make money is definitely once I pay the land off fully, it's all going to go towards a house. But yeah, the beard oils, the coffees, anything you guys purchase from the site, even the hats, all that stuff is all two financial goals: pay off the land and build a house, buy materials for a house. And I'm going to do them in that order. And I hope to get that land paid off this year. If everything keeps going the way it is, I should be able to. Fun to give me
Fun to
another
get
water bowl.
so
So
the
the
ducks
duck
can
can
swim.
swim. Oh, that's funny.
That's awesome. Super
Thanks.
cool, Damien.
Yep, yep. All right, Minion.
You're living the dream.
I will get
What is
you
the best scent of oil? My favorite is Off Grid Evening.
my
My
favorite
best friend's favorite
kind
is the
of
coffee.
is the coffee, but my actual favorite is the off-grid evening because Jen likes it the most, and so that's actually my favorite. And Minions is Minion's secret formula because he likes that one. It was designed
My
after.
best friend and her husband absolutely love the coffee beard oil.
I like that he smells it every time I offer it to him. He's like, "What's that? What's that?"
Oh, yeah, my
Watching
whole
for.
room smells like Off Grid Evening right now since I flipped that wick over.
I'll bet it does. Minion butter. There is beard butter with the Minion secret formula scent too. So there is Minion butter.
OMG, I've been watching for a while. How are you? We are good.
Uh, hey, bearded man, how'd you manage to pull that beautiful lady and her dog? You should teach me your skills. That's a question for her. How did I pull you? You being so gorgeous
Um,
and supermodel like and everything. How?
it all happened when I went out and met you personally, and yep, just got to know him more than like what you guys see here. I got to know like who he is and kind of what he's about, and then I realized that there was like a whole different side to him than what you see on TikTok, and yeah, I just wanted to be around all the time and never be away, and now I'm never gonna let him go. He let me come out, and now he's stuck with me.
Yep. Never been happier to be stuck with something in my life.
Me either.
Uh,
Wow, it's like really coming down.
yeah, yeah. Yep. Outdoor projects have been like stalled for like a week because, man, you guys are cool, but I like Minion. Oh, I get that. Minion's totally cool.
Minion's everybody's favorite. We get it.
Yep. The layout for my house going to be, I do think there will be a basement, and I don't think I'm going to do 2-story. I think it's just going to be single story. Someday I'll be old and I'm not going to want to go up and downstairs.
Not gonna
But,
lie, y'all just look like you're mad for each other. That's about how it is.
yep, sure is.
Everybody kept saying, give it a couple months. You'll be tired of each other. You won't care. It'll go away. Yeah, no. It
Right.
just keeps getting stronger.
It does. It does. When did your beard start growing? Got mine at 14. Yeah, mine didn't start until mid 20s. Like it was super patchy all in my early 20s. So I couldn't grow a full beard. And once even upper 20s, like the older I've gotten, the more it's filled in, and it's really gotten to a point where like yeah, it's totally filled in. How much would I sell Minion for $1 more than all the money in the world? So no matter how much they print or anything, it's always $1 more, which means he can't ever be sold.
Gonna make a brewery in your basement, like maybe a keg cellar?
That'd be kind of cool.
That would
That
be.
Yeah, I'll make the space and I'll find a way to really make use of it. Now I got another cat in here. What's the matter?
You
It's
should
raining. I
start a
know.
Minions toy brand or a treat brand. I might make some dog treats.
What? You come and tell me it was raining? I can't fix that for you. I wish I could.
Somebody has a pet coyote. It just
I
popped
wish
in
I
to say
could.
hi from Hollywood, California. My mom, sis, and I homestead in rural Oregon back in the 90s. Love your vids and seeing what you're up to. People around here can't fathom that was my life.
Oh, cool. The cat needs snacks. We already
Minion
got
is
that going.
9. Charlo is 3.
Yeah,
Minions Lager. Narrowway Homestead, Minions Lager. There you go.
that would be cool. Yeah, Minion's not gonna live forever, and I'm already thinking about like I want to keep his memory alive, and I'll probably end up. I'll keep in line with the Minion themed products. Minion Secret Formula will be around as long as I'm making beard oils.
Minions Sweet Blend.
I'll come up with some more. What do you think about instant coffee? Um, Instant coffee can be really, really good. Just most of it sold in stores is awful. But if you brew good coffee, and the way they make instant coffee is spray it and then freeze dry it, like it just freezes instantly, and then they get all those um, yeah, the instant coffee that you think of, it can be really good if they started with good coffee. And then when you make it, put instant coffee, a little bit of cold water so it dissolves so you don't scorch the coffee as you bring it to temperature. Once it's dissolved in a small amount of cold water, add your hot water. And if you start with a good quality instant coffee, it'll be really, really good. No lie, it will be.
The True Vibe
Most
says,
coffee people are like, it's not good, but it's good.
I miss the rain. Wyoming just has constant snow and wind. Do you have wind or snow?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
boy, does
Definitely
he
have
have
the
wind.
wind. I definitely have the wind, the snow. This has been the windiest spring I've ever experienced. It's so windy. This year was also the least amount of snow I've ever had. We had a total of 3 inches all winter long. That's the grand total snowfall. Other years it's been closer to 20 to 30. This year, 3. Man, I'm just so unmotivated to do anything. The weather's just so stinking awful. Not going to build anything. Not going to clean up the yard. Crazy. Ever get a horse from Minion to ride? That would be funny. Probably not, but that'd be funny.
Yeah, I'm in Wisconsin. It's pretty much dang near still winter here too.
Right.
Supposed to be a high of 50 today, but it says it's 44 and feels like 37. Like it's never going to hit 50. And if it hits 50, it'll feel like 42.
Minion wrestled a bear and killed it. Ever thought about breeding him? I have thought about breeding Minion. He's got some kind of genetic skin issue, which is totally cleared up. But I didn't really want to pass those genes on. So if I was going to do it, I would get extensive testing done just to see. But on the other hand, there's only ever going to be one Minion, and I might just, yeah, there's Minion. Do you deal with trash disposal? I really don't have that much trash. A lot of stuff I do, I repurpose tons of glass. I've got glassware like all over the place. Plastic stuff I repurpose to a point. I kind of have like a graveyard of different, I've got a metal scrap pile and a plastic scrap pile. But the stuff I do have, my neighbor does have trash pickup. Every once in a while, I'll give him a bag. Certain things can be burned. Back to work, but here's a little towards the mortgage, gravel liners, or to replace the Epsom salts that Saber used up. You guys are great. Thanks for sharing. Have a good day. Rage and Ribbons, thank you so much for that super chat. That was really kind of you. It's so awesome. I will definitely apply it towards, yeah, one of those things, all those
That's
things.
awesome. Thank you.
Super kind. Ever tried adding a pinch of salt or two to your coffee? If I had bad coffee, yeah. If you go to a diner and have bad coffee that's not super awful, you can help it just a little bit with salt. But having good fresh roasted coffee, no need. However, because I use reverse osmosis water, if I really want a good cup of coffee, I will remineralize the water with a tiny bit of sea salt, because it extracts more of the coffee flavor when you brew it. Minion can slam a revolving door. The legends say Minion was Zeus in his past life. Oh man. Minion, you're a legend. Minion. He perks his ears up a little bit. He's like, I'm not looking at you.
Spunky's the only duckling so far.
So far. Any day now, I should go into that coop and hear peeps, I hope.
Oh, yeah, you should. It should be.
I hope those eggs under those ducks are all still viable.
Yeah, it should be anytime.
Right.
I'm in southeast Wisconsin. Nate lives in West Virginia.
I gotta do it again. I gotta make more coffee. It's cold. It's cold.
Oh, yes, he most definitely lives in Minion's world, for sure.
Yep. Minion get a new gym ball. No. Well, that one that popped was actually a year-old video. I bought him a new one, but that one is now also popped. And it recently blew out into the grass, and while we were sitting here in live, I didn't say anything, but I watched the robot lawnmower run over it.
Oh, no. So much for puncturing the small thorn hole, huh?
Yeah. It may not have cut it, but it may have also cut it. Crazy stuff.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny, Damien. Same thing. They're like, you don't sound like you're from Wisconsin. And I'm like, you are thinking like the UP up by Canada, closer to Michigan, Minnesota. That's where you get the A from. Like, we don't just talk like that because we're more from Wisconsin. I totally get that.
One hatched 16 in a brood last year. My Scooby nest. That's cool. Yeah, I've got two ducks sitting on the same nest, and they've both been there for. I'm not really sure. We're like 33, 34 days. I mean, we're right there. We're right there.
We probably aren't going to have kids.
Probably not.
Ducks eat a lot of the a lot of the pests, but there's ticks out there. Both cats and Minion have flea and tick collars.
Yep,
That helps.
totally.
Have you ever heard of Urban Rescue Ranch?
I think I have heard of it, but I couldn't tell you a thing about it. I think I've literally just heard the name. It's fun to pop in and see y'all. Awesome. Love to hear Nate's best Wisconsin accent. I have never tried to do the Wisconsin accent. I'd have to actually listen to somebody from northern Wisconsin for a while to try to even attempt to imitate it.
Did you
Screaming
ever
man's here.
watch, what was the cartoon that Howie Mandel was voiced for? Was it Bobby's World? Is that what it was called? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. When did that come out?
Oh my God. When you were young. Like I lived in Pennsylvania, so you were still in school. Like little kid
Okay.
school. I was at the bar and you were doing homework.
Right. Yep.
I think it's called Bobby's World or Billy's World or something like that. Anyway, if you look it up, the mom totally talks exactly like your stereotypical northern Wisconsinite.
Okay. 1991 is when it came out. Yeah, I was 6 years old.
91. Yeah.
I wasn't even doing homework then.
I wasn't at the bar yet either, but you know. We laughed because I lived in Pennsylvania too, and I used to hang out at some of the clubs where Nate grew up, and we just laugh at the fact he was at the club and he was probably like grounded for back talking or something.
Yep, probably.
It was Bobby's World. Don't you know? That's what. Yes, that's it. Don't you know?
Don't you know?
That's what it was. I couldn't remember what she used to say.
Isn't like a Wisconsin accent the same as like a Minnesota accent, or is there actually like differences?
Well, if you get into northern Wisconsin, yes, it's very similar. Don't you know?
Very similar.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Eh? From Wisconsin, eh? Yeah, I'm not a Wisconsin fan. I'm not real crazy about being in Wisconsin. You betcha, right?
You betcha.
I was outside Reading in Pennsylvania.
And I was in York, Pennsylvania for like 15 years, or not the city, but in the county.
That Jordan Love is a good quarterback, don't you know? But he needs our help, yeah, eh? Yeah, there you go. There's northern Wisconsin for you.
Oh man.
A little UP.
Right. Still have cows wandering around, or it's a myth. I don't know if they do. I have cows wander around here sometimes. I totally had a very pregnant female cow walk up the driveway randomly one day, just out of nowhere. I was like, what?
Oh, that's right.
That was very early on in my social media days.
That's funny.
Very early on. I just walked up the driveway, took a right, and walked back my path. I went outside, saw it through the window, went outside, jumped on the four wheeler, and tried to go find it, and never could find it. But where that thing went was the craziest thing. Cow was just meeting the neighbors, right? I mean, I called my neighbors. I described the cow. They're just like, not one of our cows. You know, I'm like, where did this thing come from? How far has it been wandering? Like,
He doesn't own livestock yet.
nope. Eventually I'll own livestock. I really want a latte, but I've got a issue with that. That's my milk.
Ooh, what
It's all ice
happened?
crystal. I guess the fridge keeps it too cold.
Yeah, it was keeping things really cold, like, because there's not as much stuff in it, since there's not a whole bunch of food in there, you can turn the temp down
Right.
just a little bit, or turn it up, I guess. You can make it a little
So
bit warmer.
it's got numbers 1 through 9 for how cold it is, and 9
Yeah.
being the coldest. Already on a 2.
It's only on 2? I was gonna say put it on
It's only
4.
on 2. Yeah, well, 4 would be making it colder.
And 9 is the coldest. Yeah, because that's why those pickles were frozen. Remember they froze in there?
Yeah. No, they're not. They're not froze anymore. Nope.
You don't have to sit here and watch this for hours. We're okay if you don't.
Right. How can I warm this up? How can I warm it up?
I'm just glad I don't live in Madison or Milwaukee. 2,000 monthly rent on top of the people. No kidding. That's what I was saying. Like, so I just went and bought a mobile home. I'm like, I don't want to be in the city. There's totally a mobile home park outside of the city. It's quiet, it's chill. It doesn't cost a shit ton of money. Otherwise, yeah, what I would pay for a mortgage or rent um would be in the ghetto, and I'd be lucky if I got a 2 bedroom for 1,500. Like, it's super insane.
Saber just jumped all the way up to the top of the counter. He found a mouse.
Oh, go Saber. I can't see through the comments, but oh, he's way up there.
Yeah, yeah, he's way up there.
He says, "Look at me, look what I got." Oh, he's coming to see you now.
Good boy, Saber. He knows he's not supposed to be up there, so he totally jumped down. But I'm sure the mouse already jumped down. Like, I'm totally cool with him being wherever he wants as long as it's getting rid of mice.
How do you guys survive out there without politicians? Happily.
Right. He's steaming frozen milk. Just pointing the steam right in the thing. That'll warm it
That's why
up.
he has cats, is to keep the mice out of the kitchen and away from the houses, out of the
Yep.
buildings. Keep them away. 1 bedroom in New York is around 1,100. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. That's about what a studio is here. And they're not in the greatest locations. I was like, you know what? I don't need anything crazy. I'm just gonna buy myself something that is small and works fine.
Right. Defrost my milk. Living the dream. That's right. There we go. Now.
Right? Yeah, they don't want to pay you anymore, but they wanna increase everything else. I'll just poop at Walmart, right? Two-bedroom, 1 bath, 2,300 in Colorado. That's insane. And what do they pay? Like, is there good pay out there? Pretty much here, you can bust your butt, even with overtime, and like feed yourself and have yourself a home, but that's about it.
Yep. Yeah, you gotta find
Well,
somewhere if you're
politicians will
looking to
give
move.
themselves
Find
whatever they
somewhere where the
want.
cost of living and income ratio makes sense.
50 pounds per day. Convert that to dollars. It's $2. Minimum wage is $2 per day over there. Holy cow. You should make a little
Where is
roof
it?
to a Minion seat just in case it ever gets cold. Oh, a roof isn't going to keep him warm. It would keep him, I wouldn't even keep him dry if it rained if we were on the move.
Yeah,
We totally got caught in a rainstorm one time on the four-wheeler.
we did. We did. We just barely got back here before it totally dumped.
Yeah, we did, like just before it did.
Yeah. And it was windy. Like I was like hoping branches weren't going to fall on our heads. Like it was pretty radical.
It was a good day. I remember it
Oh, that
well.
was a great day. Me too. Yep, me too. Yep, never forget that day.
Nope. Hello, hello. Love from the UK. Minimum wage is about $10 here, if that. Yeah, ours is like 8.25 or something. Something like that. Is Lord Minion a stray or a rescue? Neither one, really. Well,
Yeah,
he
I mean,
straight rescued Nate.
right? Found him under my truck one day. Actually, my car. I didn't have a truck at the time.
Jackson Hole,
Like,
Wyoming is turning into a nightmare. All the celebrities buy ski houses. They visit once every couple years. All the workers there are homeless because the Californians ruined it. Yeah, I think they have some of those problems in Montana too. Maybe not quite to that extent, but
man, my dad would love your beard products. Well, cool.
my
Yep,
brother
they're there.
loves them too. Yes, Bozeman and Big Sky. That's exactly the area I was thinking of when I said that. Yep. Justin Timberlake has a house out there. Is there anything you
Anything
miss about the city over the homestead?
not that I can't like go enjoy once every or twice every year or something on a visit to a city. I go somewhere, go out to a restaurant once in a great while or something, see some sights, but cities are great to visit, not where I want to live. If that makes sense. I don't growing any crops at all. We'll do like a garden for sure at some point once Jen's out here, but I don't know that I'm ever going to do any kind of mass scale crops. My land really isn't suited for that anyway.
Have you ever visited the house on the rock? I used to work there. I have not visited the house on the rock. When Nate comes here, people are always like, Jen, you got to take him to House on the Rock. Next time we'll go together. We'll see.
Right.
Stopping by.
Yep. Appreciate you guys stopping by.
He doesn't have to buy more ducks. He's got eggs. So he's hatching ducklings.
Yep. You were contracting. What was the job or project you were most proud of? I worked on a house. It was like a 3,000 square foot house, and it was just outdated. And a family bought it, and they wanted to renovate the whole thing. And I went into that place a couple months before they moved and redid the whole kitchen, moved walls, redid the bathrooms, and they wanted everything fancy and upscale. And I totally I made the entire house immaculate. It took forever. But oh man, it was a great transformation. Moved the tub from one spot to another, moved a wall, put in a shower in a totally different area. I loved interior renovation stuff.
I don't know if it's my signal or you, but you're like totally choppy to me. All robotic and frozen in my screen.
Yeah, you kind of got the same way on me, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure whose signal is the issue. I don't know.
This is great. He doesn't have to buy more ducks. He can just make the ducks. Such is the benefit of homesteading.
Right, right.
You're close. He doesn't quite make them, but yes, yes,
Not quite.
he can just get more ducks easily.
I can.
That
Yep.
cracked me up. Super chat for the road. Have a
Damien.
good day and prosperous life. See you, Lord and Savior Minion. See you, Damien. Have a good one.
Yep.
Thanks for the super
Thank
chat.
you. Definitely. Nate's coming in just fine. Jen is lagging. Oh man, the off-grid guy has better internet at the moment. That's crazy.
It could be me. I'm probably on the wrong. I probably have the wrong. I'm probably on the wrong internet, but
I could take.
1,100 was 2,300 here in New England for the ghetto, worst area in the nation for people under 1,000K a year. I followed a woman here. Oh no!
Oh
Minion
man.
has a lady friend. Her name is Charlo, and she's sleeping right here next to me.
Yep.
I'd enjoy a video about how you set up your internet if you do that in the future.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I did any internet videos. I have Starlink as like my main internet, I guess, but I do have a cell one. Last time I did videos on my cell phone. It's not cell phone. It's a hotspot with directional antennas. Everybody like I got so many messages and emails, and everybody wanted me to do consulting and for them, and it just totally bogged everything down. I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't. I just put the info out there. You guys go. I'm not your tech guru. I just figured it out for me. Uh,
Nate doesn't play
but you,
guitar unless it's air guitar.
that's right. I don't have any gasoline chainsaws. No. If I get something really big that comes down, that would be like beyond what my electric saws could do in a timely manner. I'd totally get with the neighbors and they'd help me out. And we're
He
constantly
commented
helping each
below
other out
too
with
about
different
that.
things. Most of my trees aren't so big that my electric saws can't handle them. 14-inch borrowed do just about everything around here.
You play the air microphone, it's just yelling.
That's funny.
Minion is 9.
Yep. 9-year-old Minion.
9 years old.
Minion. Are you 9? Minion. Minion. You're such a good boy.
Do you ever plan to put in flooring for the outdoor kitchen?
Nope, I don't. It's on a slope, so any kind of flooring, like yeah, just hard compacted clay makes a great floor for out here. It's packed enough that I can take a broom over it and sweep all the debris off and just leave like the hard packed dirt. I might put like an oil on it someday. Kind of make it shiny and look nice,
Got
like an old
Bangladesh
school.
and Ireland in here.
Very cool. Get goats. I don't want goats. There were goats at the homestead here before. They don't work quite like everybody thinks they do. They definitely don't run around and mow your lawn nice for you. And that mower's doing work. It's doing work. Let's check out the mower. Who wants to check out the mower? I want to check out the mower.
Let's do it.
There it is. Just hit the perimeter line though. It's not supposed to go past that. So it's gonna turn and go the other way. I set it up on a live, it would look like, yeah, that would be kind of cool. I could totally show this perspective if I could get the phone mount to not jiggle around too much. That would be pretty cool. Got in there. Looks like it's still doing a pretty good job. I probably need to replace the blades on it. I haven't replaced the blades in like a month. I've never replaced the blades because I've had it a month. It's still doing okay, but I bet it would do just a little bit better if I would replace the blades.
Probably.
Probably. It's really hard for me to show the same perspective I get. Well, hi.
Saber.
Was the mower getting any attention? Was the mower getting any attention? I'm sorry.
What's up, Bucket Kitty?
Yes, yes, Bucket Cat. Yes, Saber.
Have you ever thought of getting an exotic animal like a capybara or a kangaroo?
Nope. Emu, maybe. That would be the most exotic I've considered and may do in the future. Yes, Saber. You can see his tail's looking better. His fur's all coming back. It's just short where he had that wound and lost it all, but his tail's totally
Oh yeah,
got
it
full
was
movement.
it was
Everything's
all raw
good.
before.
It was. Yeah, Saber. Yeah, Saber. A rough house with him. Rough, 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 rough.
Hey, from down under, impressed with all your practical knowledge and love your beautiful animals. Minion and Bucket Cat brought us all here.
Awesome.
Get a lemur,
You're such a
bro.
good kitty. Lemur. I like cats and dogs and random wildlife that's already here. Yes, Saber. Yes, yes. You're so stinking close to me. Yeah, dork.
Nope, no tractor, just the four-wheeler.
No, I'm gonna get some different implements for the four-wheeler, and it'll kind of be a light use tractor for me, probably. Yes, I hear you, Saber. Yes, hi. Hi.
He's such a love.
He is. All those times of me sticking him in the bucket, he doesn't hate me.
No,
Yeah.
it's because he knows you helped
Yep.
him.
Yep.
Do you enjoy fishing?
I've not really done much fishing. Jen's gonna show me all about fishing eventually when she's out here. Just found your channel yesterday. I've been watching a bunch. Super rad stuff. Jealous. You have the life I want. Keep up the good work. Thanks. Yeah, I hope I'm showing lots of people that it's totally possible to do this. People that have the dream, yeah, it can be done. I hope I'm showing enough reality behind it so people understand how much work it is too. But yeah, how do you not know about fishing? Look, I lived in the suburbs most of my life. I just sold everything and moved. Like lots of this country life stuff, new to me. And I've been building stuff instead of learning to fish because I bought an empty field and I needed like buildings and electricity and build my own utilities and stuff.
And they told him the pond wouldn't hold water anyway.
They did. They did. They're crazy about it. Minion's like, hey, you're invading my bed. Saber's like, ooh, since when is there a soft bed on the counter?
Ooh, I want to come up here and lay with you.
Uh huh. Dorks. Minion's really not into it. Minion's wanting his own bed. He's not digging it. He's got the on his face.
He's like, I have to share it when it's in the house. I don't want to share it now.
Right. How did you train your dog so well? Being consistent and 9 years of effort and daily training. Every single day we do training. Nothing crazy, just constant reinforcement of what he's already learned. How we doing, guys? How we doing? How we doing? Are you telling me that Saber's trying to take your bed? Yeah. Yeah, I know he
He's
is.
so talkative.
I know he is. Yeah.
How did Minion get his name? So Nate went to go to work one morning, and when he left the house, Minion was underneath his truck, and he was just a tiny little yellow puppy. And
Yep.
it's got the antics of a minion.
Sure
It reminded
does.
him of the Minions.
He's very well behaved. You should be proud of him. I'm super proud of him. He's such an awesome dog. Many channels have done well financially, helping to build their own homes. I can see how good you are with the ads and promotion already. Thanks. Yeah, no, I definitely think I can do something to help out with that. Oh, Minion just gave him the growl.
Uh-oh.
He just told him, this is my bed. Hey, no, you can't take your bed somewhere where the cat can't get to it. You're going to flip yourself right off of the counter. No. There's no Minion falling off the countertop.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Oh, this is hysterical. This is what Saber did. He's like, oh, I can't get there, so I'm just going to sit on a bunch of eggs like a duck. You're a duck.
Goofball.
Is that your new bed?
Oh, he
It's a
is
terrible
laying on
bed.
the eggs. Oh my goodness.
He's literally laying on the eggs. What are you doing? You're not even supposed to be on the counter. Hey, get. Don't flinch. I'm snapping my fingers. I'm saying get. You're all stubborn. Good boy. That's good. That's good. That's what I want. You can't be up there. You can't sit on eggs. Oh my gosh.
Like, oh, but watch me. Watch me. Watch me.
Right. Very gentle with your training. So beautiful to see. Thanks. Yeah, my training is totally relationship based. I like have to establish a relationship with an animal, a really good relationship before like I would really do anything that would be training. Because it's got to be
Gosh
the whole
darn
trust thing.
Gosh darn, that coffee looks good. Makes me wonder where a guy could get some of that.
Right. How about it? Had scientist dark blend coffee.
Yum.
Totally my favorite blend right now. I got some Minion Sweet Blend here too, though. Minion, I'm pretty sure Minion Sweet Blend is still the #1 selling coffee by far. Minion makes his coffee. Minion get broody. It's funny. All right. Well, it's cold out here. I've been on here for an hour and a half or something, or almost 2 hours. Probably about time to jump off of here. Watching your videos has made me and my wife want to move up there. Do you have any suggestions for that area? Just the biggest thing is wherever you move to, just blend in with the culture as much as possible. Respect the ways of the people that live there, and you'll be amazed how well everything will work out for you. I literally I own like a Jeep XJ. The whole reason I own that is because I saw so many people around here have one, and I'm like, well, it must work really good in that area. I'm gonna get one. They're cheap to work on, and yeah, like, and the way people act, people treat you a certain way, kindly, help you do this, give you that, and just reciprocate. Like, not all areas are kind like that, but yeah, that would be my advice. But yep, it's time to wrap it up. Thanks, guys, for coming and hanging out. From Alabama, so it's the same. Well, cool. Yeah, I don't know much about Alabama, so I don't know how much the differences there are, but it's probably not a whole lot different people-wise anyway. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, and I'm gonna get back at it, and I will probably see you guys tomorrow for a coffee live, because I've been doing that every day. I need to not do it for 2 hours every day, but it's rainy and cold and stupid here, so.
Yep. You guys have a good day.
Yo,
See ya.
see you guys.